Hi, my name's Hazel. I thought I'd like to take you on the video tour of my garden. So I've been away on holiday for a couple of weeks, so it's my chance to see as how the garden's gone bananas in my absence and how much weeding I have to do. That isn't too bad along here, but things get pretty interesting when I get out into the main garden. Oh, say hello to Monty the cat. Right, so my shed, which I've painted recently and it's looking a little bit better. We've got a wood store. Again, I sort of assembled and painted that. That was a project before. And now let's get on to the stuff that needs doing. Any other gardeners would know we've had quite a lot of unusual plant deaths this winter. So it looks like one of my climbers has sort of had enough. There's a jackdaw box at the top. No jackdaws nesting in there. A climbing hydrangea has decided to stop climbing and die on me. That's what's left of it. So yeah, I'm also going to be ripping out all the old plants and coming up with a new planting scheme. I've come back from holiday to see that the dreaded box moth caterpillar has taken its toll along my lovely box hedge. Well, what was a lovely box hedge. There's still a lot of green growth on the top, but you see the caterpillars have been making their presence felt in the bush, eating all of the leaves, and I think it's going to cause a lot of problems. I've just given them a spray with a nematode mix to see if they'll chomp their way through the caterpillars, but and I'm going to get some pheromone traps, but not a pretty sight, and I really do hope I can save my hedge. For those of you saying, is it box moth or is it box blight? Here's a clear evidence that it is actually box moth caterpillar. There's one of the little blighters there, chomping away through my box hedge. Patio needs a good weed, definitely. Yep, definitely need to do a bit of sorting out that. Need to unnet the pond. Lime tree's looking a little sorry for itself, even though it does seem to manage to have one lime on it. It's flowered and it's got lots of little baby limes coming along quite nicely. But I think it needs a good water, a good feed, and put on some new growth. Nice big weeds. There's this one there, and look at the size of that thistly thing with its flowers about to come out in the centre. My usual approach is to leave them to flower and then just make sure they don't set seed. That way the wildlife benefits and I don't get any more of the weeds next year. Well, maybe only a few, but that's great for wildlife. Hi, it's Sunday morning. I've been asked if I can help a lady who's got a very poorly cat visiting her garden, or her mum's garden. I've been asked if I can help catch him and get him to safety so he can receive treatment at a vet's. So yeah, let's get my kit organised. Here's my shed. Let's see what we've got in here for cats. So I think I'm going to need cover that's up on that shelf, and I'm going to need the cat trap that's down there, and then I can go and help this lady. So here's the cat trap I'll be using. Traps sound scary. It's actually a really humane way of getting an injured cat to safety. So it has a door here, which is a trap door, which you open. It has a treadle plate there, and then it has a clear window at the end. The idea is you put lots of yummy cat food on the floor here. You open this trapdoor at the end, and all the cat can see is a tunnel with yummy food and a nice easy way out at the end. What happens is the cat hopefully goes in, puts his foot on the treadle plate here, and that will shut the door behind it. And then you have a cat that's very safely, very easily contained. There's also a cover for it as well, because any cat that suddenly finds itself in a box it can't get out of will get a bit scared. So if you cover them over, it will help calm the cat down. So I'm off to take this equipment to a lady, show her how to set the trap, and then hopefully she can get the cat safely to the vet's. So we're all set for trapping. So we've got the cat trap, the cover, and some mackerel fillets and some licky licks to bait the trap. If that doesn't work, then usually sort of warm chicken works really well, something that's lovely and smelly, and it does help if the cat hasn't been fed for the day before the trapping. Then they're much hungrier, easier to get. Hi there. So today's Tuesday, so what am I going to be doing today? I'm actually at the feral shed. This is a group of feral cats I look after. Sorry about the noise, it's actually in the middle of an industrial unit. People sometimes misunderstand what you mean by feral cats. So these cats were born in the wild. They were born to parents that lived in the wild. They are not used to people at all. So this bunch here, we've managed to catch, neuter. Some are microchipped. Over the years they've got a little bit more comfortable with us. I would never say, you know, like domestic cats. They will approach us, we can feed them. Sometimes you can give them little strokes and maybe get a little bit of a spot on wormer or something like that on them. But yeah, they are still really quite wild cats. This is Sammy here. Hello Sammy. Hello. Come in. Hello. Hello. There you go, off he goes. So I've known Sammy now about 4 years and this is what he's like. So the plan today is, I'm working today. I'll show you more about that later, what my real job is. I'm also feeding these cats. I've got some work to do. I'm then doing a kitten run. I'm obviously, for the volunteering work I've got to transport some kittens from close to where I live up the road towards Gloucester, because they've got to go for their kitten jabs before they're ready for adoption. Yeah, so that's my plan. I've then got to come back home and go back to work again, so it's going to be an interesting day. So yeah, all go today. Hi there. So what's happening this morning? Well, I've been working this morning, treating a couple of patients, and now it's time for me to do cat duty, where I'm helping to relocate some kittens from Swindon up to Gloucester so they can get their jabs. Then they're going to be up for adoption and hopefully find lovely homes. So here are the little kittens. There you go. Say hello. Hello, little kittens. Hello. Hello, little kittens. Oh, they are just so cute. They're lovely. Little kittens. Little kittens.